Welcome to part 4 of Dating Apps Will Do Nothing But Snatch Your Soul and Make You Have to Reset Your pH balance.
I found a guy, told me I was a star.
Why I hate dating apps.
Baby girl, you don't look good at all with that wig on.
I am a fighter and not a quitter. I am resigning.
That is true, but you can't use that to hurt me because it's okay.
I think I'm getting stood up. Why would anyone stand me up?
Time is slipping away from me. Yeah.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, we are once again going to be reacting to a video here from Manosphere. I'm going to be leaving his channel linked in the pinned comment, guys. Make sure that you go and give him some support. But on today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at what happens when modern women become invisible. What happens when they reach 35, 40 years of age, and all of a sudden, they start to get treated like men. Because make no mistake, guys, when women are in their 20s, when women are, in their early 30s, they're getting treated with such an enormous benefit. Okay, if they want to go out there and they want to date, they can easily do so. If they want to go out there and find a marriage, they can do so. But when they reach 35 and 40, things start to become a little bit more difficult. They become invisible. So guys, let's jump in, let's take a listen. And as always, guys, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Everybody else just absolutely, completely fed up with the thought of dating. I'm 40 years old. I am 40 years old, and I feel like dating is 8 zillion times worse than like high school or like my 20s. And let me tell you something, dating in my 20s was a disaster. It was horrible. Men were awful. Boys were awful. And this is so much worse. It is so much worse. What happened to you guys between, 18 and 40? I don't understand.
Don't you love, guys, how it's like, it's always the men's fault? What happened? Why did men change? Men really haven't changed, guys. To be honest with you, it's a lot of the modern women who have changed. Okay, if you would like to have a traditional man, the best way to get a traditional man is by being a traditional woman. Unfortunately for a lot of girls, guys, when they go out there and they try and get married after, they're covered in tattoos, they're 40 years of age and they're single, they find out that the traditional men, the guys who are, perhaps looking for something more serious, they're not looking at the 40-year-olds who are bitter, who have been with a whole bunch of men who are aggressive and hard to deal with and annoying to have around. Men are not interested in having relationships with you anymore.
The ghosting, courting somebody, oh, let's date. Oh, but never mind. I'm emotionally not ready. I cannot anymore.
There's a very simple solution to this, okay? And this is that if you are dating someone and they are not sure or they're not interested in you, you do realize you can just not continue to chase the bad boys. Like if a guy doesn't want a relationship with you, you realize that you don't have to be there anymore, right? If someone says, it's all well and good, right, to say no means no, and men will go, yeah, okay, sure. But when men say no to women, somehow it's like a problem. Somehow it's like, oh, he doesn't want a relationship? That's crazy. He has the biggest ego. When men say no, it's a problem. But when girls say no, it's all like, clap queen, you're fantastic. You'll find your Prince Charming even when you're 40 years of age.
She said dating in high school was horrible, but now it's even worse. Translation: in high school I dated bad boys that didn't treat me right, but at least I got a lot of attention. Now I'm 40 and the dating pool is way smaller, I get way less attention, so it hurts more when they ghost me. Welcome back, guys, to a new video of women hitting
The wall. No man on earth can make me fall.
I paid for a month of the Hinge premium membership, which cost me $50 Canadian. I'm not proud of it. But one of the cool things about it is that you can turn on preference filters Naturally, I turned on every filter and so that it would find me my ideal man on paper. And the first day I had that on, I had 3 whole profiles. There was no one in my vicinity that had everything that I was looking for preference-wise. So basically, Hinge is telling me to lower my standards. So it's going well.
These are the delusional standards that modern women are conditioned with. Men have to have every standard she wants. 6 feet tall, makes 6 figures, goes to the gym, looks good, basically the top 10% of men. But they don't look in the mirror and say, am I a top 10% woman? Just listen to the next clip.
Why is it that women are so triggered by the mere suggestion that there might be something that they could be doing that would improve their relationship? The answer is really super simple. Conditioning. Boys are bombarded from day one with what is expected of them. Society tells them that they need to be a good provider, that they have to be a gentleman. But where is all the information for the girls? Girls are not being raised with an understanding of what the expectations are, how to show a man respect, how to be a good partner, how to communicate effectively with a man, which is completely different than communicating with women.
I'm going to pause it there. I'd like to add something onto that. Not only are women taught to, just not really give a crap about what men think and not show respect, which to a degree, obviously you have to earn respect, but you have a lot of women out here who are taught, who really cares about men, who really cares, blah, 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 right? I would also argue that a lot of women are taught to just straight up hate men. A lot of women are taught that it's bad to do anything good for a man, even if you love him, even if you care for him. It's like, Lord forbid, guys, in the year 2023 going forward, you're a woman and you want to cook your man a meal. You'll have a lot of girls out here saying things like, why are you doing things for a man? Right? You're not his housewife. He hasn't put a ring on you. Why are you cooking a meal? Like, it's gotten to the point where if you as a woman, if one of the 3 women who watch this channel, if you want to do positive things for men, a lot of the times other women will look at you and berate you for trying to do it. It's absolutely disgusting,
So while we're beating it into the boys from day one, the girls are just only being told that however much attention they can get, primarily from their looks, should get them everything that they want, and they shouldn't have to give anything in return. All I'm saying is that if you claim that there are no good men out there, even though you have everything going for you, are the image of perfection, not a flaw to be had, and yet there are no good men, potentially, the problem could be you.
I'd also say, on top of that, guys, is that, guys will give you attention if you're a good-looking girl, but that doesn't mean that they want to have a relationship with you. Like, this is something that girls really struggle to figure out, is that, yeah, you might be a good-looking individual, but you're not going to keep a man around just because you look good, or just because you think that you're all of these incredible things. Your personality and who you are as a person actually matters, and this is the problem, because girls will hit 35 and they never learn to be a good human being. They never learn to actually respect other people or to care about other people. A lot of the younger generation in particular, they're getting so much ego from things like Instagram, Bumble, Tinder, Hinge, all of this garbage, guys. Right? They get so much ego from all of this stuff that they never actually learn how to be a decent human being. So when the looks fade, the only asset that they have to get anything from men, when their looks fade, they become bitter, they become angry because they have no power over men anymore. The women who try and manipulate men with their looks and just put on a whole bunch of makeup and who have nothing else to offer, these are the women who struggle when they get older. But let's continue.
Y'all, I truly cannot stand New York app dating because, why are me and all my friends who are also Black corporate women all talking to the same men on Hinge? The pool's that small?
Sounds like a you problem to me. If you're all chasing the same group of men, why is this the dates, the dating atmosphere's problem? Sounds like a you problem. If you're all chasing the same group of men, and this is the thing that I don't understand, man, okay? Groups of guys who have self-respect and honor, they don't do this. They don't all chase their friend's interest, their love interest. That's called being dishonorable. If you do that crap, you're out of the friend group for any men who respect themselves. But for some reason, these girls will all chase the same group of men and then blame the men for it. That's insanity, man.
That small? And like, we're obviously going to show each other's matches. So like, now it's awkward. It's awkward. And we're all having the same conversations with them. And like, obviously, me and my friends are telling them that we're going out to the same places. So they all know.
Yeah, and they don't care. Like, why? They don't care about you. You're not a wife, you're not a girlfriend. As if the guy's, if he's messaging 5 or 6 of you all the same messages, and he doesn't care where you're hanging out or what you're doing or that you're all friends, he's probably not interested in you anyway, in any sort of serious capacity.
That we're all together. Fix it, Jesus.
Okay.
Thank you. Come again.
When you have standards so high because you're corporate women and you think your value stands from how much money you make and being a boss bee and being independent and strong, there are very few men that want to deal with that. And I'm sure even the ones you say you're all dating just smash you. They don't plan on making you their wives.
And not only that, I've said this point many times on the channel before, but dudes are really not interested in your career. Like, I don't know where, like, womanism has sold these women such a lie, guys. If you're looking for a husband, if you're looking for a long-term partner, particularly if you want him to be traditional, he does not care about your corporate job. No guy wants to go out there, work hard to provide for you, you know, have a home, have a house, provide for you, pay the bills, whatever, and then he comes home to essentially what is a second boss, a woman who works a corporate job. It's like, that job is fantastic for you. You can go out there and do that if you want. But when you're 35 years of age, that job doesn't actually help you land a man. And you can say that you don't care what men want, but if you want a long-term relationship, if you want a husband, you should probably care about what the other person wants.
Guys, I think I've been stood up, you know. I think I've been stood up. Like, I think I'm gonna go out anyway, but I think I've been stood up. Yeah. I think I've been stood up. Yeah, this is what I look like on a Sunday evening, and I think I've been stood up. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, welcome to the man's world, to be honest. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, she seems to think, guys, that because she put makeup on and because she put an outfit on, that that she's not gonna get ghosted. That she's not going to get, you know, traded for a different girl. This is like welcome to the man's world. You think anyone has sympathy for men? The amount of, this happens to men way more than it does to women, by the way. Do you think anyone has sympathy for the guy who, like, clears his schedule or makes time for, is this a face tattoo, by the way, am I seeing? Anyway, like, you know, nobody cares about the guy who will clear his schedule, the guy who will empty his time or make time for the woman, or, you know, go and have the date and be prepared, pay for all the dinner date or whatever, and then she ghosts him or cancels on subsequent ones or that one. Nobody cares about the dude. Just because you put on makeup, just because you put on an outfit, does not entitle you to a man's time. Let's keep going.
So, yeah.
Guys, I think I've been stood up. Yeah, I think I've been stood up. Yeah. I've been stood up. Yeah, guys, I've been stood up. Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry, ma'am, but I think everybody knows why you've been stood up. I personally wouldn't last 5 minutes on a date with you.
He texted, and he said, well, I texted, so I assume you're canceling tonight, right? And he's like, yes and no. I was like, okay. He's like, I have a lot on my mind with, like, something happened at work, so I get it. But this is the second time this week that he's canceling. And he doesn't deserve this many chances. And this talk, whatever this was gonna be, was kind of like an apology from him about how shitty he's treated me. So,
you know, you can leave at any point in time, right? You know that if the man is treating you so terribly and he's so horrible because he doesn't give you attention or because he doesn't prioritize you, you know you can leave at any point in time. But this is the problem. Girls will chase men who don't prioritize them. Men who prioritize women are unattractive to them. So when you sit here in your car, you know, I'm surprised we don't have a piano soundtrack going at the same time. That's usually what happens in these videos. When you sit here complaining that the dude won't prioritize you, okay, go and choose a man who will then. But you won't. You'll continue to chase the guy who puts other things ahead of you.
I don't want to give him any more chances, but there's something that just...
Probably his physique, just FYI.
It's so frustrating about him. He doesn't deserve me or my time or my energy. And somehow I just always end up giving him another chance.
Yeah, it's so weird, isn't it? Mind-boggling.
I drove 25 minutes to take myself on a date. So...
Can you see, guys, she knows he's toxic, but it doesn't matter. She keeps giving him more chances and she can't even explain why. It's simple, ma'am. Women are ruled by emotion. If he makes you feel a certain way, it doesn't matter that you know he's bad for you. But I'm sure in a few months I will make a new video of you crying because of him.
I would even say, by the way, I wouldn't even call the guy toxic. That's just the word that women, a lot of these girls will use to describe men who don't give them what they want. I personally don't think the guy's toxic at all. I think he's just doing what he would prefer to do, and I personally don't care if the woman gets cancelled on or flaked on or, you know, especially subsequent times, because she could choose to not be there at any given point in time. If the guy has a lot on his mind regarding work, if he's got something better to do, I don't necessarily consider him toxic. Maybe he just has other priorities other than the woman, but let's keep going.
You guys, I am all dressed cute, ready to go on a date. My date comes, he's 40 minutes late. He's 40 minutes late to pick me up. He comes into my house, he uses my bathroom, and then he breaks up with me. While I'm wearing this cute outfit, and...
No, not the outfit.
Now I'm sitting here crying.
And recording yourself.
I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering when this is gonna stop happening.
Oh this has happened more than once.
He has $67 in his bank account. And I'm literally crying about him.
1-900-9099-CRY. It doesn't matter that he has $65 in his bank account or that he is toxic. There is no rational thinking. It's all about how he makes you feel. So for any simp out there that thinks I'm a misogynist, just remember, being a simp won't make her feel anything more than pity.
I find it funny, guys, when you have clips like this of women crying. Number one, they're crying on TikTok, so you have to question how genuine the tears really are. And number two about these videos is this woman mentions that this has happened multiple times before, and the first thing she does is go, oh, well, he has no money, so I shouldn't care about him. No, it's amazing how in this video, she reduced herself to how she looked. Like, so these are the same women who complain about being objectified, and yet here she is saying, how dare he break up with me, look at my outfit. So she reduces herself to how she looks, and then she turns around and, you know, makes a comment about the man's bank balance. It's very interesting. Probably the guy's just quite attractive, to be honest with you, and that's why she's seeing him, but it's just funny how that works. The same individuals who will complain about like oppression and things being so difficult and gender norms and stuff like that are always the first people to, one, reduce themselves to how they look and reduce men to what exactly is in their wallet. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Remember to show some support to Manosphere. I'm going to leave his channel pinned in the video description. I mean, at the top comment. And as always, guys, make sure to leave your thoughts and your comments, and take care of yourselves, guys, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace.